Welcome to Hamim Royale. This is Eric Grissom.
And I'm Dan Johnson. Eric and I will be rewatching the iconic Twin Peaks from the pilot through the return and everything in between.
If this is your first time watching, or if you're a longtime fan, you can watch along with us as we dive deep into the strange and wonderful world of Twin Peaks.
We live inside a dream.
Welcome back to Meanwhile. Today we are covering episode number 21 in plastic. We're wrapping episode 21 in plastic and dumping it in the river. Episode 21, or you may call it season 2, episode 14, or you may call it double play. Just don't call me late for dinner. Dan, we're here to talk about...
I can't. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Hey, Eric, how are you?
Yeah, we're here to talk about Ricky Lake. No, we're not here to talk about Ricky Lake. We are talking about Conversation with the Stars, the Twin Peaks tour that is currently touring. Dan, I saw the Conversation with the Stars near my home, and maybe I won't say. Maybe I won't say where it was, but it wasn't far from my house.
How was it? Who was there? Tell me everything.
Ray Wise was there, and let me just say that man is charming.
I bet.
Delightful. Very entertaining, can really hold the room's attention.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Kimmy Robertson, who plays Lucy. Ray Wise, who I'd mentioned, who plays Leland Palmer. Dana Ashbrook, who plays Bobby Briggs, was there. Harry Goes, who plays Andy, was there. And Sabrina Sutherland, a longtime Lynch collaborator and producer from the second season and multiple Lynch projects. And it was moderated by Josh Eisenstad. I think I'm getting your name right. Josh, you will see this man if you've ever bought like a DVD or a Blu-ray or something. There's always the special features on a Twin Peaks disc, and you're going to run into him as a talking head or in some form. It seems he's involved in the Twin Peaks community for a long time. It was great to see all the people up there on stage. And I had a question for every single one of them, but I was too nervous to even raise my hand.
Oh.
As you were, but it was fun. It was good.
Did you spring for the Diamond VIP package?
Everything was ridiculously expensive.
$600.
Yeah, it was like, no, I love you. I cannot afford that. I would have loved to have spent some time with them.
In a room full of Twin Peaks fans, I think you probably loved it more than anyone there, and yet you didn't get the special VIP treatment.
They're way too expensive.
No, that's ridiculous.
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
I think if they had charged a little less, maybe they would have got. Who knows? I don't know.
Amazing.
Events are great. If you haven't seen it, they play. I did not realize this, but you go there, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, here's episode 8 from The Return." They just played it. They just play episode 8. And you're like, oh, I guess we're watching episode 8 for now. Now, episode 8 is a masterpiece. It doesn't ring a bell, is the one with the Gotta Light.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's part 8. I should say part 8. It's not episode 8.
You're going to get destroyed if you say episode.
Twin Peaks is episode, The Return is part. So it's part 8.
Murder you.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna say I don't think they should have played it. Why? First off, where I saw it in the theater, the screen was way too small. And I have complete confidence that the ghost of David Lynch would have looked at that and said, what are you doing? The sound wasn't that good, and the screen was too small.
Right.
And if you don't have a setup for your films, it's a joke. It's just the most sickening, horrifying joke. And this world is so troubled. And it's such a sadness.
So it's like, if you're going to watch it, you want that in the biggest screen with the best sound system that you can get.
You might as well have been watching it on your phone and just hold it out in front of you.
Now, if you're playing the movie on a telephone, you will never in a trillion years experience the film. You'll think you have experienced it, but you'll be cheated. It's such a sadness. that you think you've seen a film on your fucking telephone. Get real.
We all know David Lynch loved people watching films.
He
on their phone.
preferred people to watch.
That was his favorite format.
To watch it on someone else's phone over their shoulder.
The other thing I will say, now maybe I'm sure they planned this trip. Like we found out David Lynch was supposed to Skype in. It would have been a thing that they had planned, so it would have.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's left this earth. So maybe that was part of the program. But you've got Bobby on the stage.
Yeah.
You've got Andy on the stage.
Yeah.
You've got Lucy on the stage.
Sure
You've got Ray Wise on the stage. What do they all have in common?
None of them are in part 8.
One of the greatest episodes. None of them are in part 8.
That's what they have in common.
One of the greatest episodes of television ever made, ever to air. Episode 14, season 2, the revelation of the Bob.
Yeah.
That Leland is Bob. Play that episode. That episode doesn't get enough. It's brilliant. It's directed by David Lynch.
I don't think Bobby had a whole lot to do in that episode, but yeah.
Bobby's in that episode. At the end, Bobby's crying in the roadhouse.
Oh, that's true.
You could ask him a question.
Yep.
Why are you? What kind of connection do you have? You could Ray Wise. Because when you get to the Q&A part, of course, all the questions are to Ray Wise, or what they're discussing is finding out that you're Bob. Like, there's so many good jumping off points.
Yeah.
To play an episode of which the people that are going to be doing a QA are involved with.
Yeah, they might as well just be sitting there watching as well as everyone else.
Yeah, Sabrina's already on the show as well.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Nobody's asking me what I think, but I think, how great would that be?
The event
and it's a masterpiece, and it's directed by David Lynch, written by Mark Frost. I mean, come on. Anyway, it's fun. Go see the show if it comes to a town near you. I would recommend it. On the West Coast, if you're on the West Coast, Sheryl Lee is appearing there. The next day, not my show.
Yeah.
But the next freaking day, Machen Skyped in or
that was in
Zoomed
New York, it looks like.
Yes, I did not attend the New York. So folks going through their map can sort of triangulate where I live based on that.
By the time you guys hear this, it's going to be Boston, Denver, Boise. Hey, well, let's go to Boise. Road trip.
I don't want any hiders in the house. That's why I'm not telling you my exact location.
He's up there.
Chilly.
Planning. Watching. Waiting. Vestron Pictures presents Gary Busey, hider, in the house. How can they lock him out when he's already inside?
So, no, we're not here to talk about me just rambling on about Conversation with the Stars.
Let's ramble about Twin Peaks.
Let's ramble about episode 21.
Yeah.
This came out on February 2nd, Dan, 1991. Now, calendar fans already are going, what? That doesn't make sense. The last episode was January 19th. What happened on January 26th? Well, I guess they were trying out new shows because there was a show called Tag Team with Roddy Piper and Jesse Ventura.
Get
that was
out.
A pilot. I guess it didn't take, I don't know.
How did that not go to a full season?
I'm not going to make it, man. Sure you will. Just concentrate. It's not happening. I just can't remember this stuff. I barely made it through high school, and I'm not going to make it through the academy either.
So if you were trying to watch Twin Peaks, what you got instead was Tag Team with
was
Roddy
maybe
Piper.
The exact opposite of Twin Peaks.
But when this aired on February 2nd, you could watch Throw a Mama from the Train.
I just rewatched that movie recently. What a great movie. Still good. Still
all right.
Good. Love it.
I see which side of the bread your butter is on. Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
I'm not sure. Or Carol and Company and Dear John. I'm not going to keep talking about who's winning or losing, but Twin Peaks is not faring well since the reveal of the killer of Laura Palmer.
Yeah.
This was written by Scott Frost. We know Scott Frost. We've done an episode of his before, Drive with the Dead Girl. And obviously, he wrote the tapes that we covered, and we will soon be doing the autobiography of Dale Cooper, which he writes. It's directed by Uli Edel. I hope I'm getting your name right, Uli Edel, because you directed Last Exit to Brooklyn, which I saw years ago, probably in the early 90s, movies from 1989. I really liked the movie, but I remember it like devastating me in a way. It's a really good movie. Did you see that movie?
I'm looking it up, and I recognize the cover, but no, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Okay, it's very good. It's a good movie. Anyway, he directed Last Exit to Brooklyn. It you know who's in that? Who's in that? It's gonna bother me. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it.
Oh.
It's good. It's good. We're not here to talk about Last Exit to Brooklyn. We're here to talk about all these other work.
Although, you know who else is in Last Exit to Brooklyn is Stephen Baldwin.
Is he?
Oh,
there you go.
Apparently.
Stephen Baldwin. Oh, so you're on IMDb. Yes, you are. And Sam Rockwell.
I am IMDbing it. And Sam Rockwell, but more importantly,
and Burt Young.
And Ricky Lake, which you mentioned before for some reason.
Yes. That's because I had been looking up to see what year this movie came back.
Okay.
And I saw that she was in there.
Rick.
It's good. I mean, I remember really liking it. I mean, I have not seen it since probably 1991 or whatever.
Body of Evidence, his second top-billed film, starring Madonna, Willem Dafoe, Joe Mantegna. Get out of here.
Okay.
All right.
All right, there we go.
I didn't. Okay. All right.
We're gonna turn this ship around. We're take us in. Let's.
Although I will say, it's important to mention this director because I think the direction in this episode was fantastic. I think a lot of times we'll say, especially in this, what we're calling the middle third of the season, where things kind of take a little bit of a dip. You can always find something that you like, a performance that lifts up the story, whatever. In this case, I think those things are true. I think the direction is fantastic in this for some reason. I came into it with reasonably low expectations and ended up enjoying this episode very much.
Gentlemen, frankly, I'm worried. When my superiors questioned me about my disappearance, they exhibited a degree of suspicion and intolerance bordering on the paranoid. I must now admit that their motivation in the search for the White Lodge is not ideologically pure. I believe that during my disappearance, I was taken to the White Lodge. I can remember virtually nothing. But I have the clear, intuitive sense that there's much trouble ahead.
Major, what kind of trouble?
I'm unaware of the form it will take. But I will return. Until that time, I will be in the shadows if you need me.
Let's dive into the specifics, Eric, and let's open on Harry's office. We've rejoined a chess match already in progress, and Cooper explained just what kind of person they're dealing with.
Yeah, great opening, great start to this mystery here. We got the dead drifter, Dan, your favorite.
I know.
We're removing the pawn from the corpse's mouth, which is very much reminiscent of Silence of the Lambs, which will air in theaters 2 weeks from the date that this aired, which was very cool. I like Warren Frost, Doc's, good Lord, whenever something goes on, he's like,
Good Lord, Laura. Good Lord.
Good Lord, it's Laura. Good Lord, he says as they pull the piece out, which I love. All of the stuff about Earl's methods, Cooper immediately knows where to look for this stab wound, which we'll get more info later. I want to talk a bit about the chessboard, right? So the board is of little help here, based on the moves that we're making. We know Earl's first move was to advance his kingside pawn, and then Cooper met that move with his black pawn going forward.
Welcome to Chess Talk.
Yes. Well, if you get to the board, so the board is of little help here if you want to follow the game. We know this murder is Earl's move, which means Cooper must have made a move prior, which makes sense when you remember we think about last week when we talked about episode 20, he was asking Lucy, like, hey, did any papers publish a move by Earl? But we hadn't seen his move. At the end of the episode, we're going to look again at Earl's board, but that's also doesn't make any sense. There's queens where they're not supposed to be or knights wherever.
But the good news is there is one part of this episode where we see the real board, and that's going to come later in Harry's office.
And we'll see that what Cooper had done was he had moved his queen's knight out. So if you're thinking about chess, if you're anything like me and you actually have a chessboard out and you're playing this game as these two play their game.
Are you playing? Wait. Is this Eric when he was 16 playing the game, or Eric now?
No, right now. I have the chessboard like feet from me. I posted it today on my Blue Sky. If you're following my Blue Sky, maybe you had seen it. But it's interesting. It's interesting to think about the game, right? So Earl advances his pawn.
Mm-hmm.
His kingside pawn forward, pawn to king 4. Cooper matches it. He moves the same pawn again, so it's like not threatening.
Yep.
Then aggressive Earl is like, bam, he moves his other pawn, so now he's threatening Cooper's black pawn.
Yep.
Now, Cooper could take his pawn and sort of break it up, but he doesn't. He moves his knight out to protect his black pawn in case he gets taken, which is what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it shows the two psychologies of these FBI agents, where Earl's going sort of hard and for real, and he's not afraid to start taking pawns.
The knight protecting a pawn. It's just complete symbolism. Cooper's the knight, and he's protecting the little pieces. So obviously he is. Yeah. I'm just sorry. I'm just catching up to the thing you're already saying. But no, that's great. That's the symbolism there is really great. Whether or not these are like, if you're someone who actually plays chess at any sort of level beyond me playing on a playground, maybe there'd be other strategic gambits you would play. But that I like the idea of that. Like, of course, Cooper is going to protect all of the little pieces, all of the regular people, all of the pawns. I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah, he's playing safe. He's defensively thinking Earl won't sacrifice a pawn. Right, he's saying Earl won't sacrifice his pawn. If Earl takes my black pawn with his pawn, well, I'll just get his pawn. But Earl's like, fuck it.
No,
like I'm out for blood. It doesn't care who dies in the process of this game. We're going all in.
Yeah, Cooper would make an assumption that Earl might play like he would play, but they're very different people. Okay. Cool.
Another little thing for the future is don't get super attached to the chess game.
No.
I'll just leave it at that. We're going to play some chess.
Thank goodness.
But just, don't set your expectations at a certain point.
Fantastic.
I love Kyle MacLachlan's hair is starting to do like the floppy thing.
Yeah.
Which is very like a hint at the Zach Carey from Showgirls character that we will meet in 4 years from now.
Okay, all right.
Nice dress.
Thanks. It's a Versace.
It's Versace.
Which is great. So big clues are sort of laid out here. We get to watch Cooper do his detective work, which I love.
Yep.
There's a piece of tree found on the ground. Cooper's like, oh, is it Douglas fir? No, it's lodgepole pine. Of course, the word lodge may suggest something else about Earl's machinations here. The caulk coming in, he's like, there were 2 sets of footprints. And he was like, why were there only 1 set of footprints coming in and out? It's like, because I was carrying you. Jesus. But literally carrying the body in and out. And they even...
Heavier going one direction.
Once Cooper is able to see all that information from those clues, he's able to piece together this whole scenario about what happened to this poor vagrant, how they were killed, how they were brought in.
Where the car is going to be found, all of that.
It's awesome. That's it. I mean, Earl's a genius. We're starting to see it play out here.
Yeah. I think what's great about this scene, like some of the other opening scenes we've seen, starting very tight on the taped lips. So you just get the bloody fabric right there. You kind of pulls back and reveals that. They open that up, and then you have the green felt of the bottom of the pawn underneath it, stuck in his mouth. That's great. Do you notice Andy, whenever they're inspecting the body, he's standing there with his eyes closed the whole time, which is really great. You just can't look at the body, so he's just standing there holding the light but not looking, which I think is just beautiful. Andy, love it. So that's great. Do we find out, you have to tell me if you do know the answer though, what is the X across the knuckles of the vagrant who's pointing at the chessboard? Is he straight edge, or does that X mean something else?
He stopped. Yeah, he doesn't do drugs, but caffeine's okay. No, that's actually, it's actually the twine used to tie his hand into the finger position.
Gotcha. It's not actually
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look great.
Yeah. But it's actually just to keep that pointing going.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know. Cool. Yeah, great scene overall. What a great way to start this episode. Sets the tone for the whole episode because we get a whole lot of us. We'll get to it later. Whole lot of like straight up 80s horror movie vibes throughout this entire episode. So this is a great way to kick it off. Love this.
It's great because like the last episode, you get it a little bit. You get that great ending, like with the power and stuff going off. And it's like, we're not just going to jump over. We're going to spend some time.
Yeah.
These shots. And I think even the shot after this, like the way this scene ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go back to like, we hold on the board a little bit, like just really cool choices.
I totally agree.
Direction.
Well, we switch up tone pretty drastically here, and we head over to the Great Northern, where Audrey is taking on a new business mentee in one Mr. Robert Briggs.
Yeah. I love that Audrey is schooling Bobby on business. Like, a business relationship is like a sacred pact, equaled only by the closest personal relationships where nothing is held back, which is not at all like Ben, her father, who she says she got this from. So either you could read it one way and say like she believes this crap, or she like her dad is just using this not, luring Bobby into this fake confidant that at any minute she'll. But it's the irony is funny to hear Ben doing anything about holding nothing back when that's all he does is hold things back.
Absolutely.
I like how she uses money as a lever to get what she wants instead of sex in this situation, and she wants to save her father's business, so that's her thing. I don't know. I don't have a lot for business.
The only other thing is, she says, "From now on, Bobby, I'm the one you suck up to," and he says, "What about Shelley?" So he's thinking it's something else physical going on here, and Audrey replies, "What about Shelley?" So she's not exactly putting him down, or putting him off of it. I think she's going to use whatever tool comes to hand. So
I took that line as well. I don't, it's like, come on, Audrey, that's just, what about Shelley? But yes, I think it's like still holding sex over his head as a potential reward.
Totally.
For whatever he's going to do.
Fantastic. Well, let's get back into the creep factor here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Johnsons, Leo is up and about, and he's living his best Jason Voorhees life.
Yeah, hiding in the shadows. Genuinely creepy. This is genuinely creepy. The lights from the generators dipping. The mood is great. It's such a good scene.
Yeah.
Leo throwing the baby food at her. Like, it's so good. I also love the choice to go outside when you hear her scream, because no one's going to help her. And it's just like when we saw Maddie screaming outside at the Palmer home. It's like reminiscent of that. Like, this is where women are killed in
the banality of evil.
Yep. Yeah, and no one's going to help you. No one can hear you. Get an owl outside as well. Like,
love that.
Let's sort of have it watching this whole thing go down. Something you don't see of as much, but was embedded in me in my deepest recesses of my fear center were wheelchairs. I feel like in the 80s and the 90s, you would have wheelchairs in all of these weird, like the Greatest American Hero episode I always think of. There was a Greatest American Hero episode where they're in like a haunted house.
Known for its horror.
Well, there was one episode that scared the shit out of me, and there was like a wheelchair.
Safe. Mrs. Burroughs died. Mrs. Burroughs was an invalid. There was some kind of accident with a wheelchair on the stairs.
How did you know where to find me? I'm looking for Bill Maxwell.
Is he okay?
He's dead. You're dead.
Okay.
And it was like wheelchairs were always, it was just like this trope, and it was like some old wheelchair and it'll turn. And there's that shot of the wheelchair in this, which to me just goes right to it.
He uses it as a weapon and trips her with it. It's great.
Leo throws the old sock and soap at her, which, just a reminder of what she used to face. And the fact, this whole buildup is good. Like, Shelley tries to escape. She's cutting through the addition, which, by the way, is the exterior wall. She must be so cold.
Always cold.
How always cold? And that kitchen must be freezing. The plastic is the only barrier between their house and the outside. And like, it's raining all the time in the Pacific Northwest.
Sure.
So it just, the terrible conditions he's under. But at least Bobby arrives, just in time to sort of save her. And is this the moment that Bobby will realize what he has? That she's in danger, because he's genuinely concerned for her, and like, you can see it and feel it. And so you're always hoping, like, is this going to be the moment where you're going to start doing right by Shelley? We will wait and see. You will have to wait and see on that.
My money's on no, but okay.
But I like that he comes in, he saves her in the moment.
Yes.
But it is ultimately Shelley who saves him.
Yes.
And gets him out of there. And it's so much like a monster movie and Frankenstein, and especially towards the end with when he meets up with Earl, and of course the clown. So I love. Now it's like great. It's like, yeah, Leo's on the loose. Leo can once again return to being someone you're afraid of as a menacing force, and Shelley could hopefully go back to work at the Double R.
Oh man!
So we can actually put her with other people.
The end of this scene, like just what you were mentioning with Bobby is here, and he says it's okay now he's gone. After Shelley's the one who stabs Leo in the leg with the knife as Bobby's getting choked out. And Bobby's hugging her and saying, it's okay, he's gone. I'm here, baby. Everything's all right now. And she says, don't leave me again, Bobby. Please, like, both of them are in La La Land that Bobby's the one that's protecting her. Shelley was actually able to protect herself.
I see that way differently. I just see him as realizing she was in danger and genuinely caring about her and feeling like trying to protect her because she's completely emotionally destroyed. He's trying to comfort her and say, it's okay, I'm here.
Oh, I'm not saying that he's doing anything wrong. I just think that they both are misinterpreting.
Well, I was reading what you were saying is like him trying to take credit for I did it all and whatever. And she's convincing herself that he did it all.
Oh, no. I think they're both just delusional. He did save her though, because this scene,
he did.
The silhouette of Leo holding that axe is straight out of Friday the 13th. It's so good.
Sure. And if he didn't love her, he would have ran.
Oh,
if he didn't love her, he would have ran.
Absolutely.
Like there is love here.
When Leo throws the sock at her, calls her bad girl and says goodbye wife. Jesus, it is absolutely terrifying. It is so well done. I love that you like I said, you got the owl screeching coming through. Are they just watching? Is someone, I don't know. I don't think anyone's riding along with Leo right now. I think this is all Leo's doing. We can't say that he's under anyone's influence. He's doing this all, but maybe they're just there for the cream corn of it all, just to watch.
I think it's just the dark energy of the woods in general.
It's great. Leo's howl when he limps his way through the plastic and is off in the woods, which is great. Going off into the woods, of course. And just that howl of pain is fantastic. And then the end of the scene is just that slow-mo shot, just watching the ripped plastic blowing in the breeze. And it holds on that for a good, 10 seconds.
It's a good
great choice.
It's a great opening.
It's a way to end this scene. Love this. Really great. I will say one thing though, at the very beginning of it, they're in the dark and Shelley's calling out for Leo and she's standing behind the fridge. I did think for a second she was in the fridge. Anyway, that's fine. She was not trapped in the fridge.
God.
Always make sure when you throw a fridge out, you take the door off because you never know. All right, Eric, we're going to switch gears again. We're going to head back to Truman's office. It's morning. The forensics team hasn't found any mistakes left by Wyndham Earle. Of course, he's a genius. Mm-hmm. He knows what he's doing. Leo wanders in the woods, and Andy loses a fight with a rubber glove.
General comment, I've completely lost track of like what day we are. I'm pretty locked in on the first season, right up until we get to that 3 days later moment on between the dispute between two brothers. And now it's like, this was the previous day, and now it's not as easy. I'm sure if you went through it, you could figure it out. Yeah, but it's like at this point, I've completely given up. It's like, fine. Okay, what day? I don't know. I don't know what day it is. But there's Harry with the coffee, which is nice. And Cooper saying that line about, if you won't tell me to drink coffee, I'll drink coffee. Cooper's going to open up, let him in a little bit about Earl. Yeah. We find out Cooper is cleared of the charges, but he's still suspended. So yes, it's like we sort of find out what happened to Denise, and he's not in any trouble, so there's no risk of him going to jail. Maybe he'll end up back at the FBI. One could only hope, but we'll have to wait and see. If this show aired now, and this might be a controversial take, but I feel like if this show aired now, based on this scene, there would be so many edits on TikTok of Cooper and Harry as like a romantic couple.
The Bureau and the DEA cleared me of all criminal charges. Suspension still stands. I'm waiting to hear from Gordon.
Well, in the meantime, you're still my deputy. If you want this case, it's yours.
Harry, I want it.
I only do this party for you.
Oh, I ship them hard.
With that, the way that they're going back and forth about it, and it's cool. I see it as a friendship myself, but yeah. All right, so Harry's gonna put Cooper on the case, which is like, okay, yeah, let's get into this Earl. Like, we can't get into this Earl thing fast enough for me. Cooper's got it. We have to have like a mystery to solve. Like, somebody's got to be solving something, and we're finally, this episode is like a big turning point towards pointing us in that direction. I don't know. I don't have much else. Obviously, Cooper's got all those predictions. They're going to end up being true. There's the stuff with Lucy where Andy struggles with his glove and he gives it to Lucy, and they're going to start talking about little Nicky being a murderer. But yeah, I don't know.
He was 6 years old when he committed the murder.
What do you have for that? I don't have
That's
much.
fantastic. Yeah, no, I do like Truman saying, in the meantime, you're still my deputy. This case is yours if you want it. And then Cooper lights up and like, I want it, Harry. Like, just Cooper is the FBI guy. You mentioned before the floppy hair as well. I just see this. You would not have seen that on Agent Cooper, but on Deputy Dale, maybe that's just a little bit of
because he's letting it go a little bit.
He's letting it go a little bit. He's literally letting his hair down a little. Yeah, the whole thing with little Nicky, thank goodness. I don't know how much further goes after this episode, but thankfully later in this episode, it gets sorted out to some extent because woof. I do like the shots of Leo wandering in the woods. We just know the significance of being in the woods and what it like teaches people about themselves and what it can do to you. So, this psycho Leo is now out there amongst it is really great. We do also find from Hawk, like you said, confirmation that the car was where it was, where Cooper said it would be. There's no prints because he's not going to make any mistakes, Wyndham Earl. But also, we do get the note that the reason Hank didn't show up for the drug buy at Dead Dog Ranch Farm, was because that he was in the hospital.
Got hit by a Nadine train.
Yeah, got hit by a
locomotive.
Got hit by the bus that is Nadine's hormones. So that was great, which now means that he's going to be locked up for a parole violation potentially. That comes back later, but now we get that seed planted for us as well. But from here, let's head over to the A plot line. That's at the Marsh's house. James meets Jeffrey just as he's on his way out for good.
I mean, this subplot is now 4 episodes long, and it's still not over.
No.
It started all the way back in episode 18. Like, for context, Mrs. Tremont and her grandson was one scene in one episode, and I'm still thinking about it. We are 4 episodes deep on this. I don't know. You get a row of collectible cars, followed by a row of real cars. He collects things. I don't know. That double entendre off that they have.
Oh, yes.
With
I'm
the
sure
husband, like
something
we
to fix.
something you could fix. We both have the same love for whatever that is, classic cars or whatever. It's
Not my wife.
I can't. There's something weird about the husband, like the way the actors' choices or whatever. I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's just it's so it doesn't fit in with the noir.
No.
Setting at all. It's like he looks like he just walked off the set of like Just the 10 of Us or something, and they like brought him in so I don't know. Nothing against the actor, it just doesn't fit. Something even about like his outfit, like what he's wearing.
It's that bright red Air Jordan tracksuit.
Yes,
it's nuts.
He feels like he's in a different show than they are. They're in like this noirish melodrama, and he is just like on the set of Just the 10 of Us. All right, I'm done on that.
Just the 10 of Us, a spin-off of Growing Pains, for those of you that don't remember.
The coach. It was a coach, right?
It was a coach, yeah. A bunch of kids.
Till he got in trouble.
Eight kids. What?
Allegedly.
No, it was never proven. It was never proven to court. The craziest thing about this scene is
that it's still going on. Oh,
the Jeffrey goes driving off, and he's not even out the driveway, and we hear the crash sound. Like I'm assuming they have quite a long drive to get up to this banner, and he just went off the first curve. It says,
my brakes, right into the mailbox.
I thought it was like
that's her
fantasy of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it was, because
I think it's supposed to be that. I think it's 100% supposed to be her. She knows he's going off to die.
Unclear. But okay, I'll take that because it's a better way to read it. It's not great.
Hello, friends, and welcome to The Midpoint. You knew it was coming, but it's important. It's important to champion those that have joined us in the Black Lodge and have made this show possible by going above and beyond. I'm, of course, talking about Eric Knopp, and Dawn Adamo, and Gregory Flanagan, and Chuck Suffel, and Banjo Track. I may want all my Garmonbozia, but you will have my heart forever. How did they get here? How did they get a shout out like this? Because they have joined our Patreon, which is available right now. So if you want to support the show, you can stop by and sign up for free or do one of the paid tiers that gets you the secret podcasts, and you help us out. Go to ericgrissom.com/meanwhile, and you should see a link for the Patreon there. All right, let's get back to the proper episode.
Let's change over to
Go to the Double R, please.
Hey, Eric, I'm going to take you over to the Double R Diner. We can grab some extra potatoes and have a cherry pie. Big Ed and Doc Hayward commiserate about parenthood, and Norma and Ed share a touching moment.
Nadine's sexual prowess could kill a kid. Thank God Ed's on the scene to stop that from happening.
He feels like he got hit by a train every morning or whatever.
Yeah, and Doc just like hand waves it away. Oh, that's her adrenaline. Like just it's like no big deal that any of this is happening.
Yeah.
Norma arrives and gives Ed that big smile. And the first time I watched it, it almost looked like she looked over at Doc annoyed. But she isn't. I think it's just Peggy Lipton the way she's doing the scene. It doesn't make any sense for her to be annoyed at Doc. But that was my initial instinct. And then I started thinking back. I'm like, oh, remember that time I kept thinking she was mad at Ed in that one scene? And like, maybe that's just the way she's turning off the. I don't know if you had any thoughts on, or was I just seeing something that wasn't there?
I didn't notice that.
It's not there. Like, it doesn't make any sense for her to be annoyed at Doc. But she just does this one look over like, oh, this guy's still here.
Dear Diary, Doc Hayward was here again.
We find out Donna has the van, which potentially put some dents into the Haywards, Maddie borrowing the Haywards' car. Maybe they have two cars, one's a van. But one's a station wagon, right? Because I'm trying to remember from the pilot. So I don't think they have three cars.
I mean, that'd be ostentatious, even for a doctor.
I like Normanette. Normanette, they're like two teenagers. All their problems are finally going away. Nadine is ready to date Mike. Hank is going to violate his parole. He potentially could be going back to jail. They finally, there's no more obstacles.
They're going to go up to the cabin. They're going to get some venison. They're going to have some
they're finally
wine.
Putting themselves first for once.
And she says, but people will find out. And Ed says he doesn't care.
Yeah,
like they're really just, this could be great. I don't remember what happens, but I feel like it's a doomed romance. But I hope it works out for those crazy kids. Anyway, back to the main storyline. At the marshes, the saddest boy in the world is torn about leaving.
God, well, this is a very brief scene, but it tells you so much you need to know.
First of all, he works out constantly.
Yeah,
I just gotta say,
I'm gonna go check my bike.
James coming out of the bathroom, putting his shirt on, does save the scene for me, at least, so that's fine.
Okay, well, you at least there's something for Dan on that one. But first, James is listening to the baseball game or a ball game.
Yeah,
he does not strike me as a guy who would listen to sports radio. Maybe I'm just adding too much of myself to the character of James. Just feels a little off to me, but oh boy, James.
He's got levels, man. He's got dimensions and depth. So
I want to go check my bike. She's always huffing away. He does so much. There's so much drama with James. And that one scene that's going to come in a little bit.
Oh boy, yeah, we'll get there. But Evelyn trying to be like, he says it's wrong. He clarifies later it's because she's married, but love isn't wrong, James. Please don't leave me alone with him. She's just throwing the word love around all the time. I mean, I don't know. Both of them are friggin' morons, but I just, at this point, the note I had for James was he's a sucker.
I think she's supposed to, be in that situation like a Josie Harry, where her intent at first is to use someone, and then maybe they've grown to like them and legitimately. And I feel like they're trying to do that here, but there's very little scenes with the two of them with any real chemistry where you would feel it was earned in any way.
None of it.
It's just these. There's so many of these moments.
In fact, in the opposite, she has one scene with her brother that actually has more chemistry than any of the many scenes that she has with James. So like it just undercuts it. Yeah, they're very close family. She does admit later, finally, thank goodness. Anyway, we'll come back to the main story. Let's deal with these small little tangent stories. Like in the sheriff's station, Cooper unpacks his baggage, finally filling Harry in on who they're dealing with.
Yes, I love chess. I talked already about the chess thing. I don't need to
do it again.
The chess. I love that part of the story. Like we're very early in the game.
There's a shot of the chessboard, and we see Cooper's move.
All of life can be found in the patterns and conflicts of the board. So I like the philosophy behind it. We know also that Earl played with Cooper over and over and over, and Cooper's never won. So he's already up against someone that's in his head mentally. And now what are they doing? They're playing chess, the thing that he beat him with over and over and over. Because we're going to learn what really happened, that Earl's wife was Caroline. And the fact that Earl was his mentor and he learned all this stuff from Earl, and Earl's teaching him but also beating him constantly at chess. And now here this young upstart is having an affair with his wife, and how mad that must have driven Earl, as we can see. But it's good. I mean, the whole story, we talked about it before, like, well, there's more to it. So now we really know what happened and why it went bad, and the fact that Cooper thinks that maybe Earl killed her.
Yeah. Earl not only killed her, but she was in witness protection, and he thinks she was the witness to a crime that Earl actually committed. So all of this on top of that. Just going back one step to the fact,
what did she witness? You got to think about, like, what did she witness? Like the shoes or the car? Like, oh no, that's my husband. She was an eyewitness that couldn't quite. Maybe she did. I don't know.
She's had enough evidence that could have put them together. The fact that Cooper never won a game against Earl, and they played a game a day for 3 years. They played 1,000+ games, and he's never won. So Earl is always going to be several steps ahead of Cooper throughout all this. So I think that's a great detail to throw up here. One other thing, unlike the very notable thought balloon that we had over Andy's head with little Nicky as the devil, in this case, we get this superimposed memory of Caroline, black and white, superimposed with the wind blowing through her hair. I thought it was beautiful.
It worked.
That was just so beautiful. Some of these choices that are unusual, because you don't get that through much of the show. Like, this is maybe one of 2 or 3 that we've seen so far. So effective and just gorgeous. So these are the touches that I mentioned before, why I love the direction in this episode. I think it was great. Very effective.
I thought they did a good job of building up the Caroline story, because we go all the way back to like episode 4. Yeah, episode 4, the one-armed man, when they're in the gun range.
Yes.
And he's talking about what it's like to have a broken heart, but he doesn't really mention any of the details. And then through his talking to Audrey, and then you're like, oh, okay. And now it's like, okay.
Yeah, little pieces at a time.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
It is nice to be able to set that up in advance. And
now we see what she looks like. So it's like you get the full package. I'll have the Caroline, please. Yes, the full package with the floating head.
Side of extra potatoes. Eric, it's time to put a quarter in the jukebox. We're at Wally's hideout for an afternoon drink before heading back to the Marsh estate, thankfully.
Oh, when the two femme fatales meet.
I thought
or
you
at least one is a femme fatale and one is a woman in femme fatale cosplay.
Yes.
Beautiful cutaway to the fog and the trees and the rolling thunder, which is coming off of the Earl stuff. Like, a storm is coming, and now we're actually getting bodies starting to pile up. But this scene, I don't know, they're having this ice off or whatever. You know, what kind of work? Like, Evelyn is so condescending to Donna that you kind of got to love it, the way that she's talking to her. But I don't know, it's fine. It's good to see Donna actually have a line.
Yeah, where's she been?
But it's, you know, looking for James. I don't know. I don't have anything for this.
Yeah. Not a whole lot. That I just wonder, does Evelyn live there? Is she's literally there just every day drinking martinis
She's drinking
at lunch?
a lot, yeah.
Which is,
she's got
a
problem.
It's hard.
She's got a problem.
Her husband just maybe possibly died.
She's having an affair with her brother. So
yeah, there's a lot to
she's
drink
self-medicating
over.
in a
true.
way.
Yep. Just the transparent lie that she tells Don. He was heading somewhere. He said something about the ocean. Mexico, maybe. Like, all right, get out of here. This is the scene that does end.
This hard cuts to James. With just,
is it raining, or am I just imagining that it was raining?
He's just bouncing around on the pole, and he's just holding his head to his hands. It's just James. It's full James. It's like if you could distill James. If Twin Peaks is cocaine, if this thing is the cocaine, this is the crack cocaine.
Yes.
Like we've isolated. I'm not sure how crack cocaine and cocaine.
No, it's been a while
work,
since chemistry.
If we could isolate the thing, this is it. This is all the James you could ever want, and they're playing just you
and I,
in the background. So it's just, and if you are not a fan of the James storyline, and you were watching this for the first time through, and you're getting to these, you're like, get off of this.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
It's all good.
It's so much.
It's ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous.
It is.
Like, what's he mad at? He's mad because he left his girlfriend in a place where someone had just gotten killed. And now he's having an affair with someone.
Well, I can tell you, maybe. It's the savior complex. He wants to right the wrong that he thinks he wasn't able to save Laura, wasn't able to save Maddie. So now he thinks he can save Evelyn, but he's also conflicted because she's married and he's now having this affair. So he's letting himself down. He's not being the savior that he thinks he wants to be. Am I going too deep for sweet baby James?
He's literally abandoned Donna. I don't think you're wrong. I mean, I think that's...
I know. Sure.
It's so surface level.
Yeah.
We have a whole scene where he's like, I couldn't save Laura. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, thank you for saying I'm very surface level. I appreciate it.
No, I'm saying that on the show, that is like, I know. But it's also like, James, what are you doing? Like if Donna had gotten killed, if no one had caught Leland, and Leland had another Donna moment, which was highly likely, considering he did whatever he did to her in the Palmer home.
Yep.
Then how would he feel? You'd be worse off, James. What are you doing, man?
Maybe he ought to go to Mexico. I don't know.
But he's just always so mad. This is the same James that threw when he kissed Maddie, and then Donna came, and he just got mad, and then he just broke the Palmer's thing. Like, he's just a kind of a disaster.
Yeah.
He's just mad at women. He's like...
It's just his emotions. They're just too big for one little guy.
I guess. All right.
Poor James.
No anti-James sentiment. Because
how can you? He's the saddest boy in the world. Don't make him sadder.
Not my favorite character, but it seems like a delightful actor. And I like him now.
Oh,
James was always cool. I do believe that.
Maybe you like these characters better, Eric, because meanwhile, the battle between the North and the South rages in Ben Horn's office as the cavalry arrives.
Thank God Jerry is back.
Thank God.
That's all I gotta say.
It's Jeb Stewart, to be clear.
I think this is the first scene with Jacoby and Ben that we've ever had.
Oh,
Thinking back throughout the show, I was trying to do this because they're both in West Side Story.
What time did you tell him?
10. For me, Tony, for Riff.
10 it is.
Womb to tomb?
First to earth, and I'll live to regret this.
Who knows? Maybe what you're waiting for will be twitching at the dance tonight.
Yeah, who knows?
And I was thinking, did they actually have a scene together? And I think this is the first one that I can place.
Even like the big town scenes.
Yeah, maybe standing at a town meeting, or they may have been the same location at the funeral, but actually lines back and forth.
Jacoby wasn't even at the funeral. That was the first thing I thought of. He wasn't even there.
Yeah,
so,
true enough. He's creeping at night.
Interesting.
So I think this is the first time Richard Bamer and Russ Tamblyn have ever been together. It's maybe we could have had some other scenes with them together. The Almighty's this other. It's good. I mean, it's good. Russ Tamblyn's a little super happy.
That's great. That's why I love this scene. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go for it.
He's very happy that he's getting really into the South winning in the Dixie part of it. But I don't know. Jacoby's lays us in on what's happening. Yeah. Like this is, you had brought this up, and I sort of said this. Like if he wins this if he wins this battle, he overcomes his own struggles. So
Right.
it is as simple as that.
Yeah.
I love that Ben turns on his own fan, though, to do the flag scene. Like, no one's helping him. He's prepping the look of the thing to feel the wind in his hair.
But like a weird moment of clarity. Like he is so in this role as the general, but also is aware enough to be like, I need wind now, so I have to turn this fan off. Like it's a funny. I love it. I love
it's
the
great.
solution.
It's good. Jacoby is very good in it. I like it. He's way a little bit too into the South winning. But
that is problematic. But I love him up on like that.
Yeah, he's on like a
lifeguard
riser or
chair
whatever.
almost. He's like up there overlooking the entire thing and cheering him on. Like the amount.
It's like
of
an
joy.
old-fashioned director's chair. Like he would have like a big megaphone. Like now, bring in the wind.
Cut. It is. It's so great. Sorry, I cut you off. Were there more you wanted to?
Well, I was just gonna say Jacoby's style of helping people is like, oh, she thinks she's 19. Put her in high school. Oh, he thinks he's in the Civil War. Let's just see this. He just sees every fantasy through. And so far, the track record's not been great.
The entire thing is basically the philosophy of if you run into a sleepwalker, don't wake them up. That's like his entire medical philosophy. It's probably not medically sound, but that's okay.
Scene just ends too. We just pan down that waterfall and just like wonder where the mystery went. And, but it's fine. It's good.
And it is a
what
long.
Do you have for this?
Very long pan down that waterfall. No, marching on Washington. And we think he's getting close. It's just like there's so. Audrey's now in there. She's filling she's filling Jerry in on what's going on and like you're Jeb Stewart, so the head of the cavalry. So I loved like the literal cavalry is arriving to save him. It's his belief that God is a Southerner, and Jacoby shouts hallelujah. Like he's way too into the South part of this, but I'll read it as him rooting for Ben to overcome his past failures. So it's just for the patient and not for the actual South. But that's all. It's a great scene for Jacoby because he's just so off the wall. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's good. And we haven't gotten a lot of Jacoby.
Yeah,
really.
This is the second time I think he's back in this season. So yeah. Eric, if we're done here, we have some business to take care of at the sheriff's station as Major Briggs stumbles in to warn of trouble ahead.
Yeah, I mean, why is he so exhausted and passing out? We will, I guess.
Didn't really find out?
No. I mean, he's just worried about his superiors and he's worried about their motivation and searching for the White Lodge. And well, let me just back up a bit. The opening is always funny. Don Davis, one of the best. Yeah. All of them drinking the water moment is nice because they don't ask for another. They're all fine with they're fine with exactly what they have. Like, it's not like, oh, top me up with more coffee. It's like, we're all good. We're good. I'm fine. But yeah, so the big thing is Briggs now realizes that his superiors may have different motivations for seeking the White Lodge, and they may not be the most virtuous. And he says at this point, I was taken to the White Lodge, which is a connection to that previous scene that we talked about with him in the throne. You could read I was in the White Lodge as that being the White Lodge. We'll talk more at length about what the White Lodge, Black Lodge is in the future. But, he foresees this trouble coming ahead. Why he was so tired and literally at the point of complete exhaustion when he enters, unsure. Maybe he was running from his superiors. Maybe he left a meeting in the middle of, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he's being interrogated.
Him saying, I'll be in the shadows is so great. Briggs going underground.
Yeah.
And that moment when Truman and Cooper comment on the strangeness of the situation that they are themselves in.
The shadows, can you beat that? Nope.
Yeah. It's like, kind of, because you solved a crime through your dreams. So that's
true.
also... But yes, go on.
Do they have his phone number or forwarding address in the shadows? I guess it's just great. You just know that Briggs, if he's needed, just put up a bat signal. He's going to be there. This is just an interesting scene, especially for me because we're just getting more lore. So him saying that he remembers virtually nothing, but I have a clear intuitive sense that there's trouble ahead, which is great. So he just has this. Like Cooper, this deep intuitive understanding that he was in the White Lodge but can't actually recall any of that. We kind of get that previously with the hypnotism thing. Is like, he can't.
He's got a memory.
Get that?
He can't. He knows it's there. He just can't recall it.
Yep. But meanwhile, elsewhere in the sheriff's station, the widow Milford, her charms are put to the ultimate test. Lana, man,
I don't
she's
know,
back.
man. So Jacoby has investigated the widow Milford, and once again, all the men are drawn onto her spell. And it's all about like she's a heightened sexual drive. It's a little hard to read this scene if it's supposed to be like a satire of like hypersexualizing women, or is it just hypersexualizing women for laughs? Like what? Because it's all
the latter. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Same.
Before Mayor Milford can kill Lana, though, Cooper has this revelation, so at least he's aware enough outside of this. He's certainly under the spell, but he's aware enough to like let them talk, knowing the charm will disarm, his violence. We get that long commercial break, or get the commercial break while they lock her in. And when they come back, Jacoby's laugh is just nuts.
It's hard. Wait.
Like he's such a goof. And Andy just says, it's hard waiting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We decided to adopt a child is an extremely funny line.
It's so crazy
to come into with all the kisses all over his face. So it's funny. Like that bit is funny. I find the way he delivers that line, everything funny. But it's just so stupid that it's hard to like. I don't know. What's your take? Maybe you liked it more than I did.
I mean, yeah, I think you're right. That is it satire or is it the thing that it's satiring? Yeah. I don't love all this anyway. The eyes bulging out of their heads and tongues rolled out, all of them, especially Cooper and Harry. It's so over the top and it gets borders on too much for me.
Yeah, but it's almost like a Tex Avery cartoon.
But if it had gone even further, maybe it would have been more clear. So I don't know. It's
just
fine.
hard to make that work. We certainly get weird. It's like again, it's like silly and not strange. I don't know.
Oh, that's actually, yeah. But I also do like the kisses all over the mayor's face. The big cartoon style lipstick marks over his face is great. I don't know. Got nothing else to say, except I hope Lana's in the rest of this season in every single episode.
Well, you'll see her. You'll see her more.
Fantastic. Meanwhile, though, Eric, it's time for a reunion at the Blue Pine Lodge as Pete is finally filled in on what Catherine has been up to, and a new guest checks in at the Great Northern.
Yeah, and the music is so discordant to all the other music in Twin Peaks. It's all classical. So it's like this classical piano music is playing, which is just sort of not your typical Twin Peaks musical fare. We get a great transition with the totems. I love going to the totems into this wonderful Jack Nance scene about hot dogs, which is just so funny. That's just bizarre, funny, strange, funny that I love. And just having a little moment with, because you don't get a lot of Jack Nance time.
It's perfect Pete.
And I miss it.
Yeah.
It's like just a little drop. It'll make your soup taste wonderful. Catherine reveals how she really survived too. We talked about this. So she's sort of attributes all of that to her brother as far as the resources. Andrew Packard's here. We could all talk about Halloween 3, the great Halloween 3. You don't remember? That's the actors from Halloween 3.
I don't think I've seen a single Halloween movie. I know.
Really?
I know this is all big into Grissom House, but I've actually never seen. I like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Sure, never watched Halloween.
Yeah. So then we get the Catherine like doting on her brother.
Oh,
is real intense.
It's not okay.
It's on that Game of Thrones border, certainly.
That stroking of his face.
But I just feel like it's like this is the perfect person in her life, specimen.
Yeah.
She's going to unleash this to smite all her enemies. And it's more of that, but it is definitely like, I don't know, I'm fine with it. I don't have any actual problem with that. But is this what we were also going to talk about Thomas Eckert in this scene?
Yeah.
Okay. So David Warner's here. I'm always happy to see David Warner. R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Evil existed long before good. I made myself. I cannot be unmade.
and his assistant, an icy cold woman, if I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see her again too. I don't know. It's great. It's a really good direction and editing. As I talked about the totems, and we go out on that the fire and the Great Northern, and it's as if the Great Northern's burning.
I love
which
that.
I think is very cool.
Yeah.
So now Eckhart's here. Things are gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot in town. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine. I like it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean,
it's weird.
Poor Pete, just taking a real long time to catch up to what's going on. It's being spelled out to him step by step, and it's just taking him longer than you would think to catch up with all this. So you really didn't die? He says to the man who's alive in front of him.
I would say in his defense, it would be a lot to take, though,
I
right?
appreciate that.
But you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to help Pete out a little bit.
Yeah. It's fine. I just like Catherine undercutting him when he's talking about I forgot the hot dog. If you could take time away from your administrative tasks or whatever it was. It's great. She never misses an opportunity to undercut him. It's wonderful.
It's great.
And explaining the whole backstory with Josie and working for Eckhart, which it's got to be hard for Pete to really hear all this too. But other than that, yeah, we got that. I felt the same way about you keyed us in so much to the fireplace with Ben Horn throughout all of this. So now the fire in the glasses right over the Great Northern is fantastic. From here, though, once more, we're heading back to the station as Doc Hayward sets Andy and Dick straight, and Harry finally finds out what happened to cousin Jonathan.
Yeah, we learn Jonathan is dead. He is not with us anymore, and Harry asks Cooper to look into it.
Asian man killed, 2 exclamation points in their mind. Yeah. It's so silly. It's so silly.
And each character is important, so they really needed that second exclamation point. Dick and Andy get the little Nicky story from Doc, which is a heartfelt tale of a young immigrant Chamberlain, but it's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
It's a sex crime.
Yes.
It's supposed to be like this thing, but it's like way too dark. I feel like we could have did it a different way. She could have just, had a baby and then their parents were killed or something.
It could still be horrible, and it could have been she was taken advantage of. No, she was attacked in an alley.
And she's an immigrant who's like working at the chambermaid, and maybe Ben Horn.
Yeah.
The story is just so messed up.
Yes.
And the two of them crying.
Sobbing.
Again, this works for me more than the Lana stuff. And I fucking love Tex Avery. This feels like Laurel and Hardy, but in the best possible way. The way that the two of them are crying, it's absurd. It's like that kind of slapstick humor.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, in this scenario, I like it. In the other scenario, and maybe it's because it's couched in this whole she's a sex machine, fellas, and like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe turns it a little bit for me. But this, I like. This stuff's okay. And there's way too much blood from that fly. And I'm like, is that the same fly from season 1? And they're just bringing it back, and it's been full of blood. It's just weird. It's a weird element.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you got to say?
But it
about
looks
this?
good. It looks good on screen.
Yeah.
No, I think you covered everything. Nothing else to cover here. Just a horrible assault in a back alley, just like you always hear about. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that part.
No.
You really don't. And then she dies, and he buries her in Potter's Field.
Yeah.
And in his story doesn't adopt the child. Like they're just getting it's a terrible story.
Yeah, it's not great.
But it'll make you cry, I guess.
Sob uncontrollably. But now they have the whole story, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay. Back to the main story. At Marsh Manor, James finally packs it in as the fuzz arrives. Better late than never, baby.
I can't believe this is still going on. James having another tantrum.
Yeah.
He's being set up for murder.
I'm packing.
Yeah. But why does she love James? I already talked about this.
No.
It's like we've seen 1,000 scenes, but not one of them felt like they actually loved each other.
Nope.
He's not my brother. James also acts a lot like a dog in a way. I don't know, like just like like looking around and like just kind of being dopey in that sense. And I love dogs, so don't get me
it's
wrong.
not a slight.
I don't have anything. I don't know. I'm looking forward to. We only have one more Jamestown to go through.
It just feels like Evelyn's overplaying her hand. She says, "I love you," and I've never said that to anyone before in my life. Like. All right,
Yeah.
lady, take it down a notch because that's just not believable. The police arrive and James kind of puts together like, oh, you were using me. Thank you for catching up, James. And then James trying to sneak out the front of the house where the police are coming in.
I forget. And then
under the
there.
cover of spotlights. Donna's hiding behind a tree, and they stop to have a conversation there for a moment.
But at least she's like, no, we gotta go. And he's still like a dog,
dumb.
like looking back.
Dum, come with me.
Yeah.
Let's go. So Donna does get him out of there, but they were just having a conversation in front of the police that he's now being looked for. Anyway, yeah.
They did not do James Marshall right. Like all this anti-James stuff.
It's not
the act. It's the
fault.
script.
It's
the script.
It's just, well, yeah, it's just
when James and Donna were, trying to figure out who killed Laura Palmer, it was great.
Yeah,
it was all in on James. You had some biker stuff. They could have been playing around with the Bookhouse Boys this whole time.
Oh man, that would have been
solving
great.
stuff, right? Bring out Joey Polson.
Oh,
we don't need. They could fix a car together. If they had to fix a car, you'd have Joey Polson there at least. I don't know.
We're gonna start a Patreon edition where Eric's gonna be writing his own alternate versions of the James story. It's gonna be great. We're gonna cast it. We're gonna do a radio production. Okay. Last scene, Eric.
Into the woods.
Out in the woods, Leo finds a funky little shack and makes a new friend.
Great transition. I love the spinning around the forest, and then we focus in on Leo, and we get the owl and the storm that we saw that we're associating now with Wyndham Earl.
Yep.
And we finally get to meet Earl in his cabin. I talked about Frankenstein. This is very much to me like the Frankenstein when he meets the blind man. That whole section is just awesome. And I love Earl's chess set. As a fan, I told you I'm a fan of chess. He's got a beautiful chess set. As we talked about, the pieces don't make any sense. We've got some of the pieces that do make sense. The other ones are just sort of scattered. But I love it. It's just like a cool scene. And even the ending to like make the choice to see the wind through, it's not through the trees, it's through the window, and then just come down onto the chess set. It's cool. It's like I like it. I like all their choices.
It was the second time in this episode where we have the leaves blowing in through the window. The first was at the Johnson's house after Shelley slices through the plastic to get out. There were leaves blowing in as well. Here we have the leaves coming in. I just wonder, the forest coming into their lives.
Yeah.
What's hanging from the rafters in this little shack? It's just fabric, or is it like a drying thing for like animal skins or something, like a hunter's cabin or something? Is that a thing people do when they hunt? I should know this. I grew up in the middle of Pennsylvania. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't. I would have to look at the scene again. Is it just like drying leather, or like just?
I think it really looked just like fabric to me, but it just
is
it just an aesthetic choice and it looks cool, but just it had no real purpose other than just to look neat.
Yeah, that detail I must confess I wasn't.
It might just
attention
be
to
Wyndham Earl and his flair for the dramatic.
I just took it as like a hunter's cabin, so it would have like skins, like animal skins, things like that.
They're just. If you go back and look at the scene, they're just everywhere.
They're just
like
hanging.
You can't walk through it without hitting it, which feels very, very gross. Yeah, that's it. We got Wyndham Earl. Finally, the reveal.
Yeah, we heard him. Now we get to see
him. Yeah, this actor. Is he known for other things? He looks very familiar, or maybe he's just like emblazed in my mind.
The actor is Kenneth Welsh. We talked about him, I think, the first time. He was in Lodge 49.
Oh, sure.
It's all a forgery. We are not the true Lodge.
He was a stage actor that I believe knew the Frosts, maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe even Bob Engels. But he came through them. And he brings a lot of theatrics to the role, which I think some people maybe don't like as much, but I do. I think he's.
Oh, I know where he's from. Job. According to IMDb, he was in season 1, episode 8 of Kids in the Hall. Which is
okay. So you remember him?
No, I don't actually remember that because that's pretty. It's pretty great. No, he just has that face. I think he actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Terrence Stamp, so maybe that's where I'm thinking of R.I.P.
Also recently passed away.
But just great to see him here, finally revealed. And I think in just one brief moment of him, he's giving you the entire character in a look. So very excited to see again for the first time where all this is going, because I don't remember a dang thing. But Eric, that's it. We wrapped it all up.
We did it.
It was definitely a much better episode than I was fearing. Even though we know we're in this little bit of a slog in the middle patch here.
Well, we're in the slog, but we are on our way out.
Thank goodness. Okay.
We are on our way out. Next time we are doing episode 22, which is Slaves and Masters, and it is, or season 2, episode 15.
Sure.
Then we have 2 more episodes, and then I don't remember where we're breaking it. I should have probably looked that up before I started babbling.
That's fine.
But we're only 3 episodes away from the return of a beloved character. Actually, we're going to get a beloved character next episode.
Is it Squiggy?
That's going to return. No.
Okay.
No, you're going to love this. You're going to love this person. You're going to be like, oh, yes, bring back X. So I won't spoil it for people.
Fantastic.
But in 3 episodes, we're going to get yes.
Amazing.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
so there you go.
Thanks everybody for coming along with us. Yeah. Cannot wait to decipher this.
Well, as soon as you go to watch it and you look at the thumbnail, you'll be like, oh, yeah. Okay,
good. I love when they do that.
Yeah.
No, looking forward to it. Like I said, even in some of the tougher episodes, there's always some fun stuff to enjoy. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Remember, if you like the show and you want to get more content, join the Patreon. Conversation happening there as well. Love for you to show your support. If you do like the show as well, tell a friend. Watch Twin Peaks for the first time with a loved one and listen to us babble about it. You'll have constant companions in your ears telling you what we think about this thing. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Meanwhile podcast with Dan Johnson and Eric Grissom. If you would like to support the Meanwhile podcast, join our Patreon. It's available right now. You can sign up, and for just a few dollars a month, you can keep this show going, and you can get access to some exclusive podcasts and some secret stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else. So if you'd like to join, go to ericgrissom.com/meanwhile and look for the Patreon link. If you like our show, please consider rating and reviewing the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're hearing this now. Meanwhile is produced by Eric Grissom and Where's My Robots. The Meanwhile theme song is written and performed by Paul Finn and Evening Pines. If you want to let us know what you thought of the show, you can reach Dan at danjnj.com, both on the web and on Blue Sky. Eric can be found on Blue Sky at ericgrissom.com, which is also his website. It's also me, right? That's weird. We'll see you again. And in the meantime, be good.
Listen to the sounds.
Meanwhile.